spaces sort of made you, helped you to sort of project ideas and sort of, fill in the blanks.
Yeah, and that was interesting because I was showing it to a friend of mine, or showing what I had started to do, and then and there were parts of it that weren't finished loading, so it would go from a clip to black, and I kind of watched it and I was like, wait a second. And I also helped space it out, otherwise it would have been really, really fast for me to read through it.
No, it's a great way of transition, because you almost see the development of this relationship. So of course there's got to be gaps, things missing, and I think those blacks represented that for me, as you jumped in time and space, That just was filled with really thought out details. I mean, his voice, the male voice coming on, I thought was just very great impact, to hear the male voice.
It wasn't really about Daniel. It was Daniel. It's not really about him. He just happened to be at my house. So, no, because he's like, everyone's gonna know it's because of my tattoo and like this and that. And I'm just like, it's not his story.
I think it's a student thing, student community thing.
Well, because he was really concerned that everyone
Well,
would
you know that
notice
you
his
just blew it
tattoo.
because none of us here either care or know Daniel. Now we're going to go around still going.
Are you Daniel?
No, it was just because of his tattoo.
Daniel, damn it.
Daniel.
It wasn't him.
Well, now it's all of it.
Yeah.
No, I was just using him.
Well, I do think that just the fact that his tattoo was there,
that
creates an identity for somebody.
Yeah, so that's why it was like he was concerned that people would recognize
I'm
his
not so
tattoo.
much worried about who or what Daniel is.
What?
Just from a standpoint of watching a film, it establishes an identity for somebody by having that. And I'm wondering if it were up to you, if you could do something about it, do you care that the tattoo is in there, or would you prefer the legs to be like?
I didn't even think about it, but
visually, I think that the two details in the film that really needed to be there were your black toenail polish and your better, and the tattoo.
I think that you said that they created an identity that totally works, and it works with the person I was talking to.
His hairy legs with the flesh, it was a contrast.
It was almost kind of a shocker to me because I didn't really notice it until the point when like you had your polish. So it was like, first the cigarettes and then not the but you know what I mean. And then in the beginning it was almost more romantic, and then it just kind of got. And then we saw that.
That's how it was.
No, yeah, it was just.
But remember, until Daniel, that here we go again. We're just looking at it work. We're not looking gossip.
Oh no! He wanted.
No. But here we go again and tell him that
that you guys don't really care.
Well, he's an actor. He's a performer. He's in your piece. Whether you have a relation or not, really, no one cares. In the context of what we saw, we just saw two pairs of legs. I mean, to me.
Right.
They're characters. Hopefully, you're right. This is not about the people we're looking at. And it goes out into a more universal space of just relations, period.
Right, because I think the only reason I said it is because
Well, I don't think here would think that the real guy is the one you use in the video.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's not exactly a pleasant story.
We know that was
If
over
he
finito.
saw this, he would probably.
What are you gonna do? Call your ex-boyfriend and go, I'm making this video about you and us. Could you come over and get
take
naked?
your pants off
No. You needed an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Really great piece. And also, it's just funny when the voice is right. Sometimes we hate our voices or it doesn't work, or it's just like everything was, your voice was good, everything.
Yeah, everyone's like, you should whisper it because it's supposed to be romantic. And that's so lame.
No, there was no acting, there was no exaggeration.
It
was it didn't feel like reading either, like someone would be reading. It was just really the combination of the form, with the content, with how it was shot, the framing, the rhythm, the voiceover.
So what was wrong with it?
That you need to make more.
Oh.
I think you started bringing up something just to provoke you, make you think that this was shot in video. That you know, film and video is like, I don't know, watercolors and oil
Yeah.
paints, and they all have their qualities, they all have their thing, or color versus black and white, and maybe that's the only little thing to keep you in mind. You know, be more open, you know, recognize the qualities of each medium, and because this is a great video piece. But then, yet, we can see the sort of the cinematic movie, that you use that word in terms of the letterbox. Then we see the black and white relationship to photography. All these things that are, in a way, are really a great hybrid of sorts. It's a piece that it looks like a movie, but it's not a movie. It's a video, but it's letterbox. It's, you know, it has, I think, just great qualities that are more of a hybrid than, it's not a film, it's not a video, but it's and I think I really like that. That was very strong. But, huh?
It was a short film.
Yeah. But yet, it was video, and that's kind of like the point that I'm trying to make, that when she says I have a love for film, I don't think viewers are thinking that way anymore, you know, film or video, because at one point I thought it might have been film, shot in film transfer,
Right.
you know, and
You get lots of effects on iMovie.
oh my God, you can even scratch them, right?
Yeah. I think, well, I don't know if on iMovie, I'm sure on,
On Final Cut,
Final Cut,
yeah,
yeah.
you can give it the scratch effect and make it look like Super 8. And
oh yeah, you can do that on here.
Yeah.
It looks really crappy though.
I know. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. But,
That's used for Gap commercials. Let's
I
scratch
made one of
it.
those.